Hello to all my friends on YouTube. We are back in the Red Rocks. I wanted to film a video for you today, primarily because this will be the last video out here in Sedona. Because basically I'm ready to go. I've been here 6 years, had the baby here, and I'm feeling a deep calling to go into the city, to connect with more people, to be in an area where my energy can be more external now. So I'm feeling very good about that, very happy about it, but also having to let go of a lot and release a lot, and kind of, I guess, thank this land and this community here for everything it has given me, even though what it has given me has been extremely challenging. And what I mean by that is transformation, change, healing typically is a little bit uncomfortable, and I've been pretty uncomfortable out here. Even though it doesn't look like it on the videos when I'm in these gorgeous red rocks. The most profound, deep inner changes happen when we are uncomfortable, and so that is what I am thanking this land for. I am thanking myself for that. Thanking you for doing the same work that I've been doing in your own life, the sacred healing work of reconnecting yourself to the truth of who you are, to the truth of your heart song, to the truth of your own rhythm, your own flow. And that's what this has all been about. This has been all about returning to your flow, your true flow, your truth. So I think this is a time for really honoring that sacred journey and that sacred path, that spiral, and knowing that it is guiding you every step of the way. It will tell you when it is time to speak. It will tell you when it is time to rest, to act, to heal, to connect. So it's very important that we trust these, I want to call them deep inner callings, but honestly, just trusting every moment, trusting where you're at, exactly where you're at, no matter how messy it is, no matter how challenging it is, no matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter how overwhelming it can be, because we all kind of signed up for it, you know. We decided to choose the path of the heart, and that's a very real path. It's a very true path, which means that we don't let anything go unnoticed, right? Because we're embracing the whole of our world, the whole of who we are, the whole of our human experience into our hearts. So that's what this has all been about, and the future will always be unknown on this path. You will only ever get the step that you're in. Too much planning and too much trying to figure stuff out becomes absolutely, completely impossible. So I think ironically, I think we all are realizing that our thoughts just simply aren't working anymore, right? Because it's not about thought anymore. It's about what you feel. It's about feelings, and that's the new I don't want to call it the new human technology, but I mean, that's the shift that's being made right now for people who are awake and living their life to the beat of their own drum. And that is very needed. It is very necessary. It is extraordinarily healing, not just for you, but for everybody in your life, for the planet as a whole. The most powerful thing you can do in times of change or discomfort is connect to how you feel, and all of it is the heart. It's all coming from the heart. So it's very sacred, and it's your medicine. And for so long, I know that I shamed myself for so many emotions that would move through my body because I simply didn't understand that they were all a part of awakening. I just thought, they were the lower human self, and, anger or grief or whatever that discomfort I was in was reflecting to me. I thought it meant that was shadow, that it had to be healed, it had to be dealt with, and it was never that. It was always about the heart breaking open. So if your heart is breaking open, I'm with you. I know firsthand how intense that is. And I am also here to tell you how beautiful it is and how important it is and how it is giving you your medicine that you will carry for the rest of your life, and also for others that will be a part of your journey, that will choose to walk with you in the sacred spiral and journey of devotion and gentleness and compassion and truth. Because I have had to forgive so much, and I am still having to forgive so much, and that's been the gateway that has unleashed the profound process of letting go, which has been an initiation of coming into my own power, my own spiritual power, not just my own power as Kate, but my own actual spiritual power, and trusting that power has been incredible. I mean, I've witnessed full-on miracles just simply through listening to my inner self, and asking questions in the moment of what the truth is, because the world we live in a very mental world. It's a very manufactured reality, right? And we have to function in that much of the time. And especially if we're consuming a lot of media or talking to a lot of people in our jobs or just around a lot of mental intelligent people, often, like, we've come to value intelligence and knowing and knowledge so deeply, but it's all mental energy. And a lot of times that's just covering up. First of all, that's what's creating so much of the discomfort, like, hands down. But second of all, it's also often covering up, and thought is body, right? So if the thought's uncomfortable, if the mind's uncomfortable, then what's going to happen to the body? Body's uncomfortable too, which is okay, and that's fine, but let's be aware of that. Let's be aware of what's going on. But anyway, as you're making this shift from the mind to the heart, you will actually be able to connect to an intelligence, an interconnected network that knows so much more than your thoughts. It knows so much more than your mind knows. And it is like 1,000 steps ahead of you. Like, it is infinitely ahead of you. And I mean, just simply by asking for the truth, it is revealed to you, like, in the moment, even if it's seemingly insignificant things. Like, I've had to ask about things that, I guess I could give you guys some examples, some personal examples. Just a couple medical things I was dealing with for my son, where they wanted to run a couple tests because he had had a fever, long story short, and they wanted to do some very invasive tests on him. And I got scared into all the panic of, let's run these like very invasive tests, and I was ready to do it. And then I thought, like, the lady left the room, and I just sat there for a second. I was like, hold on, let me just connect to myself and see what I really want to do. And I mean, the answer was no, do not run these tests. And I was so glad I didn't, because it would have cost thousands of dollars, which is fine, that's my baby, but also he didn't need them. So if I had taken these medical professionals who went to like all these incredible medical schools, and they were all in agreement that I should run these tests, if I'd listened to these people, I would have done something that I would have regretted. For sure, I would have regretted. Anyway, I have seen full-on miracles just simply by tuning in and asking for what the truth in the moment is. Because again, we're just so mental in this world. We have to be, because that's just the energy that we're heading in. It's going to be our nervous systems, the charge in our nervous system is just going to be so high, and we really need to learn to slow down and to connect to the present moment and tune in to our truth, because it is going to give you everything from money. I have stories about that too. I mean, like, incredible miracle stories. It will give you health. It will give you the right people at the right time. It will lead you to the right places, and it will help you navigate storm after storm after storm, because again, the mind isn't going to work anymore. It's not going to work. It's broken. It's not working. So if it was working, we wouldn't be in half the situations we've been in. We wouldn't be seeking. We wouldn't be doing this healing work if our minds were working. That's not where the answers are. None of the answers are there. So this really is a path of deep, deep and thorough devotion. And that is what I have learned. That is what I want to remind you of today. That you already have everything and anything you need to live in complete peace and happiness and joy. And if I had heard this message even honestly a year ago, it would have bugged me, because I just wasn't there and I didn't get it. But step by step, one foot in front of the other, stand in the step you're in and honor your sacred path in all of its formats and all of its variations, because you are creating it to serve your highest potential and your highest good. This is what I've experienced. Okay, I'm not just telling you knowledge that I've heard somewhere on a talk or whatnot. I mean, I'm giving you lived experience. I'm giving you my heart. So that is what this is all about. And let me just see if there's anything else that I want to say. Yeah, so trust yourself, because it will be easier to follow that voice and that truth that you hold within you. The more you trust yourself, the easier it's going to get, right? Make yourself uncomfortable if you need to, but do it consciously. Do it consciously, because when you choose out of devotion, when you choose, because the truth is uncomfortable. That's the bottom line. The truth is not comfortable, because we've lied to ourselves for so long. I mean, we didn't do it knowingly. This is just, we're inundated all day, every day, into programming, into patterning that is not, necessarily conscious yet. So, So that's actually the discomfort, and we have learned to cope with that discomfort. That this discomfort makes us feel unworthy and ashamed and guilty and angry, and we've learned to cope with it. And it is often so subtle and so hidden and so unconscious that we don't even know we're going through it. So that when we actually hit the truth and we have an opportunity to break into the truth, then that seems uncomfortable, right? But that's actually where we're going to build more strength and courage, and strengthen our devotion, strengthen our power, strengthen our voice. That's a big one. You know, the voice of the heart, that's huge. We're creating our reality every step of the way by everything coming out of our mouth. Like, it's a process. And the more that we step into it willingly, fully, completely, the more magical life's going to be. And I mean magic. I mean full-blown, beautiful, incredible magic. So let me just see if there's anything else. One moment. So yeah, it is with you that I want to say goodbye to this land, and turn a new page over, a page that will require, me to really stand in that inner knowing of who and what I am. So let's all do this together. I don't want to do this alone, do you? Let's do it together. Okay? Love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.